I am John. And there's my time. It is March 1st, Sunday. And I'm kind of playing it by ear. I did not prep anything to talk about today because I've just been kind of out of it. But I do have one rather interesting occurrence today to discuss. I worked today 10 to 6, about 15 minutes before I left work today. I was by myself. The closer had gone to lunch because he had to go to lunch before I left. Otherwise, he didn't get one. So I was waiting for him to get back. And so it was just me in the bakery by myself. Not an unusual occurrence. But in this circumstance, it proved to be detrimental. Had a customer who came to the counter. She was looking for her cake she had ordered. I went to go get it. It was a nice cake. Looked pretty decent. Had some like topping on it that I had not been familiar with because I haven't seen it used yet. But apparently it was German chocolate. This was not the main concern over this cake for the customer, as when she looked at the cake, she asked, "What the hell did they do to his name?" And I looked as well and said, "What's wrong with the name? I mean, it's a strange name, but it's wrong, apparently." It was the customer had wanted "Happy Birthday, Kevin" on their cake. What they got was not that, because whoever had taken the order had unfortunately miswritten the name. This is a thing that happens in this circumstance. They spelled Kevin with an A. That's kind of bad, but where would you think that someone would misspell Kevin and place an A? That's right. Eavin. It was impressive. I was impressed at how bad the spelling was. But I am not trained in how to repair such a grievous mistake. And so, again, alone. Not really certain what I could do about this. First thought, maybe I get lucky and have the bakery manager still be in the store. She had left not that long ago, and I thought she was on lunch, so I was hoping that perhaps she was back, so I tried to page her. So we stood there awkwardly waiting for someone who was not coming, I can assure you, because no, she was not in the store. That was not a thing. But eventually I was like, okay, what can I do? And she was like, well, if you give me a buttercream and one of those the writers, I can repair it myself. And I'm like, okay. I mean, we have the paper, like the squeezy things that are disposable, and I can put enough buttercream in it so that you can write with it. That's a solution. It's obviously not the ideal solution. Sending the customer home to fix it themselves is not really the thing that I want them to do. But if it, gets the job done, cool, hooray, happy times. So I hand her this stuff, and she then goes behind the counter to our bakery decoration table and starts correcting her cake there. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, hold it. That is not what I was intending when handing you these supplies. But at this point, a line of customers had started to form because of the time it took me to help this customer. And so I was like a little bit overwhelmed, again, alone. And I didn't know when the closer was coming to help me out here. So I was like, well, choices. I can either just tell you to get out, or rather than make a scene here, just put on a hairnet and at least be sanitary with it. And yeah. And she was compliant. She did the things and took her less time than me helping the 3 customers that were waiting to get done there. So that was a thing that happened. It was just a little bit jarring. I was in shock at the level of, wow, you just did a thing that is not okay. But I guess whatever, the world is broken. Go ahead. I'm gonna call it for now. See you guys next stream, and good luck, have fun.